धन्यवाद बहुत बहुत.
माननीय सदस्य आम्ही याची
Thank you, madam. I stand here on behalf of my party to support the bill. Madam, I have been hearing the speeches on women reservation bill from none less than ministers and leaders. But I think they have been talking only about the social welfare schemes of the present government, and they have mixed up the issue that this is a matter of right to be given to the women. The social welfare schemes are there to strengthen the social standing in society. The crux of this bill is that women need to have political empowerment. She has to come and sit and give her, she has to participate in decision making. That is not happening. And for that, I think we have to go back and see the journey which Rajiv Gandhi started. And Rajiv Gandhi started why? Because when he went traveling to the rural areas, he saw that here there is absolutely no governance. And that is why the Panchayati Raj institutions were brought. And with that, there was 1/3 reservation for women. Because there would be never any easy entry for women in the power corridors. He realized that, and that is why he made a speech in the parliament that women are mothers, grandmothers, daughters, and sisters. But to bring them into the political arena, we need to give them this right. And that is how that law came. And after 20 years, 2.5 decades of the 73rd and the 74th Amendment, we see that there are 40% of the women sarpanchs out of the total 100%, and that was a reply given by the Minister of Panchayati Raj in the Rajya Sabha. Today, that is the situation. Now, what is the spillover effect? When a woman sarpanch sits, she brings to the table her experience, her sensitivity, her participation, and whatever she has experienced as a woman. And that has a spillover effect in the society. And that is where there is a social progress in society. Madam, along with that, you have to see the journey. After Rajiv Gandhi's vision, Sonia ji carried on that vision, and she insisted that the bill be passed for legislative assemblies and the Lok Sabha. She tried her best. The bill was passed in the Rajya Sabha in 2010. But alongside, under UPA 1 and UPA 2, we also had legal empowerment, right-based laws, which gave power to the women within the domestic sphere. Domestic Violence Act, which was removed from the criminal jurisprudence to a civil environment. She could knock the doors of the family courts. Came the law post-Nirbhaya, which was to see that women in public spaces get legal protection. That also is empowerment. After that, madam, came the sexual harassment at workplace. So in workplace also, all the 3 spaces, women were given protection by way of right. And this is the constitutional mandate that women and men are equal before law. This is what is the crux of reservation. We don't want to hear policies. We don't want to hear about Ujjwala. We don't want to hear about all this other policies of the government. Talk on reservation. You have brought a bill with conditions, with caveats. That means your intention is not fair. You do not want to give empowerment to women. You do not want women to sit in decision-making procedures. You do not want her to be having a political empowerment alongside you. What is that which you are fearing? And why have you put such programs in it? Delimitation and census. They are in your hands. What were you doing for 9.5 years? What have you been doing for 9 years? You have only done lip service. You want to make tall claims. You want to think that every space is a rally. Every space has only political passions. You do not want to actually translate social justice embedded in the Constitution of India to the women of this country. Women need political empowerment. She wants to sit and take decisions. During the corona time, we saw that women got all the infrastructure for online empowerment. Again, it was Rajiv Gandhi's vision to take the country in the 21st century while he was in the 20th century. That women and everyone should have these computer systems, and that is why today we are empowered socially. Women have mobile telephony. Women have all kind of online applications. You talk of digital India. You talk of mother of democracy, but you don't want the mothers to sit with you. You don't want to give them the rightful place in political empowerment. So, ma'am, there was legal empowerment in UPA 1, UPA 2. Women got all the rights. Women got all the infrastructure during that time. Right to food, right to education. And that is where women are today. Graduating, going for post-graduations, and we have the scientists. And let me give one example, madam. One of the largest banks had a chairman and MD who was manning the position. The position was women in that seat. So you mean to say that she was born in 2014, she finished her schooling in 2015, she graduated in 2016, and she became the chairperson MD in 2018? The education system infrastructure was put in place post-independence. And I would like to bring to your notice, ma'am, just one minute. Just 1 minute. If you are talking of democracy, democracy needs development, and development can happen only if you give freedom of right. Freedom to exercise that right, which is in the constitution, to the women of this country. The women have to be a part of participatory democracy and decision-making processes. And that is where I think this reservation bill has to be implemented right away, without caveats and without any conditions. Thank you, ma'am.
मुजीबुल्लाह